Audio is fine. Audio is fine. Hello, audio is good. Can you
Hello,
guys,
hello,
can you
hello,
guys
hello.
hear us? Can you guys see us? Can you let's just see, all settings are good. For once I actually practiced that as soon as the intro ends I will do mute, but I unmuted the wrong.
It's okay. We're here and everybody can hear us, and it's all good. And I think everybody is looking forward to hearing Ashni Grover's thoughts on pop culture today. So we should just.
सारे शोज दोगलापन है सारा प्राइम हॉटस्टार नेटफ्लिक्स खूब दोगलापन है Before we start, a few quick announcements. Announcement number one is that today's stream league is a very special stream because it is the 40th episode of Pincher Clock. 40. We've done 40 episodes. I can't believe. October, I think September last year, October, we started with Squid Games. And now we are at 40. I had to go through the time and change all the numbers because my maths went from 26 to 31. But now I've done the maths. This is officially the 40th episode. 10 more and we'll hit 50. 50 will be a good big one. But yeah.
That's absurd.
That's my sound effect. Yeah. Very rapper type. Also, we have Ashneer Grover, aka Jatin Verma, who Jatin is going to explain. Jatin, please give us your introduction. And also, I will tell you, by the way, no, you know what? Give us your introduction, then I'll say why this is very special for you as well.
Yeah, thank you for पहले से मेरी लेने के लिए. I'm Jatin. I run Comic Con India, and very excited to be here. I don't get to be on Nerdy Things very often. And my claim to fame is that I called Sahil to my house and made him feel really bad after showing him my comic book collection.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
That's pretty dope claim to fame.
Can I just say something? Okay, first things first. Okay, Jatin runs Comic Con India. He's the founder of Comic Con India. More importantly, this year is the 10th anniversary of Comic Con India. So yeah, if you guys have attended Comic Con, if you've ever been to Comic Con or seen Comic Con, please let him know in the chat what you guys like. You know what you love.
And if you haven't, then please go.
What are you doing? Yeah.
If you haven't, then please go, because it is an absolute trip.
And you can also see a lot of people come up to me at Comic Con and tell me, "Sir, are you cosplaying as Ashneer Grover?"
You should just say yes. You should just say yes,
and then just walk away
and just scream at them and scream at them.
I'll tell you what. If I thought that guy was cool even for a minute, I would say, "Ha, sure." But I can't. I just can't. And it's been going on for over a year where people randomly who are not even trying to make fun of me have been saying, you kind of look like that. Uske chakkar mein I'm trying to lose weight also so that I can somehow.
Even he's lost weight, by the way. Even he's lost weight. Okay, so there'll be tough competition.
Since a year and now and forever, man. Yeah. Because I mean, he's like, Ashneer Grover is not going anywhere. Neither are you. So now.
I'll basically have to leave the country eventually.
Or I mean, first I would like to see both of you in the same room at the same time.
He removes his specs, it's Ashneer, it's a very Clark Kent Superman thing going on. But Jatin hi Ashneer tha. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the sales head at PT Jewelers before I joined Bharat Pay. Yeah.
Nice.
You've done your research also. I like.
But tell us a little bit about like the sort of first years of Comic Con and founding Comic Con and just sort of bringing the Comic Con sort of this thing to India.
Yeah, so I mean, this happened in 2011. It would have happened in 2010, but in Delhi, there were Commonwealth Games going on, so we couldn't get any bookings anywhere.
Okay.
This is an era before people called themselves founders. So when I did it, I did not even know I was founding anything.
Okay.
And it was purely, what do you call it, like a personal thing to do in Delhi because I mean, I did not ever in my wildest dreams think that it was a business. I was publishing a magazine called Random at that point in time.
I
It was
remember
like my
Random. I used to
magazine.
love it. I used to subscribe to it
We
also.
we ran it for all of 8 amazing issues, and then obviously it made so much money that we had to shut it down. But because of that, we ended up working with a lot of people who were into comics, mostly based all across India. And at that point in time, I was also doing something which I don't share anymore. उस वक्त मैं बहुत जोर शोर से बोलता था. I used to make reality dating shows for Channel V. So if you've ever seen Dare to Date, Love Net, all of that was
I
created by my
have
company.
seen Day to
Scandalous
Date
Pass
and
comes out,
love
you
it.
know.
Yeah,
Scandal? No, not
exactly.
at all. Not at all. This is like meeting your
So
heroes. It's
So,
crazy.
no, look,
You,
I had no, I mean, obviously, I loved doing it at that point in time because it was exciting and I had never done it. And Channel V just gave us the project. We pitched them an idea. They said, "कर लो, आपने कभी टीवी शो बनाया नहीं, कुछ नहीं होता, बना दो." So we
आज
did it,
बनाएंगे.
and it made a lot of money. So it was good. So we had money to burn on fun things, which was like making comic books, or even doing something called the Golden Kela Awards, which was for like giving out kind of like Razzies for Bollywood. So all of this was fun, but it was very frustrating because if you're an agency, then essentially what you're doing is you're doing someone else's bidding, and you don't get to do something yourself. So because of comics, the whole connection, I checked, no one had ever done a comics convention in India. So I thought, okay, you know what? Let's do it. We have some money to burn as a creative project. We'll do it in Delhi so that we can invite every person that we know. That ways, itne log aa jayenge, it won't be a complete washout. And to be more sure about a good turnout, if you've ever been to Delhi, there's a place called Delhi Heart, which is like this open
Yes,
air
of course.
bazaar. It's nice. It's a very nice place. So they had an open space at the end of the bazaar, which they would rent out for sort of performances or whatever. So we took that place and we created a sort of a small show there, and that's how it began. And it was just a fluke, which just within the first by the Sunday of the first show, even though it rained and it kind of had to cancel half of the programming that day, I was very sure that we had hit upon something which is really interesting. And also for the first time, it was not a creative idea that lost money. So that's how it started off.
Can I just say, okay, like this is something I just have to say. I attended the first ever one in Bombay, okay, and I'm gonna show this on the stream. I don't know if you guys can see it. Tell me if you guys can. You'll have to just see it on the
I have
YouTube.
the
This thing.
stream open.
Yeah, but this is. I'm gonna just take 2 minutes to show you this photo. This is what I was. I went as Darth Vader with an afro because I had an afro and I didn't have
That's
the full Vader
amazing.
mask, and it was
That's
so cool
amazing.
meeting all these people. I met Rorschach, I met Flintstones, I met Naruto characters, and I was literally this is what I was. Teenage Darth Vader. That was my cosplay.
Look,
Who knew
you
that
were
10 years later you'd be going as the guy who crashed an entire crypto exchange?
FTX for the experience. That's my company.
Man.
So
We're
right,
like
dude.
two very
I see it.
interesting co-hosts right now for today.
I
Like
see it.
two
I see
very
it.
like just like yeah.
I
Like
see it
Ashneer
now.
Grover, Sam Bankman-Fried.
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. If you've invested in crypto, both of us are literally the best people to help you out.
Like full on. Full
No,
on.
but I remember seeing Darth Vader with an afro for sure.
Yeah.
That was the first show in Bombay at
Yeah.
World Trade Center
Yeah.
in at the edge of Bombay. From what I understood, कोई नहीं आएगा वहाँ पे. Everyone told me, but
Cuff
that was the
parade.
only
Yeah.
Cuff Parade was the only place we could do it, and it was fun. Bombay was also a lot of fun. We didn't have to tell volunteers to cosplay. People showed up in costume. A lot of people who showed up that day to help us put the show, like volunteers, they still work with us to this day. And they were students then. Now they're like married or they're working someplace and they're all settled, but they still take out time and come. help us set up the show.
And
So
at night, the wife sees the husband step out wearing a Naruto costume, and she like, "Where are you going?
Yeah.
You know what is what here?
he's like
What is
Comic Con ka setup ho raha hai.
yeah?"
Yeah.
Just cheat on me like other people. God damn it. This
No,
is
but
too much.
Mumbai was a lot of fun also.
So I'll tell you this, okay? Like I know, like Jatin, I think if you can, real quick at the end, we are going to obviously see your comic book collection. We are obviously going to go through everything. But as someone who is extremely nerdy, extremely geeky, you watch a lot, you consume a lot. This entire thing, today's chat is also about like 2022. What, according to you, was the best thing that happened in 2022? What best thing you saw? Anything it could be.
Best thing I'll tell you as a trend, which I say it without with no qualms as a very hardcore comic book person. I'm so happy the movies are losing money and they're eventually getting boring because there has to be a pause to these movies.
Yeah.
As a person who consumes it, as a person who cares a lot about these characters, I'm just happy that this slow moving train is that fast moving train is now slowing down because I personally believe it's been overdone now, and we need to pause and we need to create more breaks between movies so that they're more special and there's more time to kind of value them more. Like initially, the first 10 years, we all ended up doing it. That as a trend, I am really happy about. I just hope this message gets through to people who make those movies that we need to figure out a better way of putting them out.
Yeah.
It's just killing everything. The other thing is, I'm enjoying all the Star Wars series that are coming out. They should not make movies anymore. They should just make live action series. I get like Andor and stuff is not for everyone, and there was a lot of fan service in Obi-Wan, but that was like a good highlight for me. I was really enjoying all the Star Wars series that are coming out. Andor was such a slow burn, but it was such a. I mean, I was so happy to see something which was building
Man, I
upon
don't
the
get
story.
everybody calling. So the one place like I would only take issue with that is that everybody keeps calling Andor a slow burn, right?
It
And I
wasn't.
feel like that's maybe 2 episodes.
Yeah.
After which
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
constantly thrilling. It's just constantly thrilling and terrifying after
It's
that.
one of those shows
The-
where they did something. I mean, I think it's we have gone beyond it. We can give a spoiler, or can we not give spoilers for Andor? What do you want? Spoiler, non-spoiler?
I don't care. I mean, I don't.
Let's
I
just
think
say
spoilers.
let's just say it built up to point A, and point A happened, and I'm like success, and they're like no, no. Point B still has to happen. Then point B
No
happens.
spoiler, people at
Point
chat
B,
are
yeah,
saying.
no spoiler, no spoiler. So point B happens. After point B, you're like, okay, now you're done with the story, right? I mean, that's how it works. Your 3 arc, like that's the third arc. But no, there has to be another point C, and by the time point C comes together, and the end credits, there is an end credit sequence, which I'm being very honest. Now I'm like, end credits are dumb. It's pretty stupid. All of them just do time pass. But Andor's end credits, I got goosebumps. Okay, and I'm like, oh,
In general, the music in Andor, kafi spectacular. Like, I
No,
think
so-
it's been some of the best, most interesting music in Star Wars in years.
I agree with you.
It's been really, really good. I feel like Star Wars is, obviously, John Williams has done spectacular work with it. And a lot of composers have sort of, worked to sort of take it somewhere else. But I feel like, in particular, Andor, which is Nicholas Brittain. So, come on. This is Mr. Succession, basically.
Yeah, and
right?
I'll take back the slow burn wala comment. I'll make it. I think I'll put it across like this. It's not a series for people who are not really hardcore into Star Wars. I kind of felt that. I mean,
Yeah.
if you
So the
really
thing is, in fact, a lot of people have asked me, right, where they're like, oh, but the Andor, okay, if I've like never seen Star Wars. I'm like, weirdly enough, it's actually a great place to
yeah,
start.
yeah, you
It's
can
actually a
start with
great
that.
place to start, right? Because it is, if you say Rogue One is the start of the series chronologically, right? Then, after the prequels at least, in terms of the galactic this is just before that. It's actually a really fun place to start because what's cool about it is that nobody says Jedi, nobody says Sith, nobody says any of that.
it's just a fun story. I mean,
It's
as a
an
non-Star Wars fan, also,
extraordinary
it's a fun
story. It's
yeah.
for me. I think it's done things that Star Wars has not been getting right for a while. Certain basics, like even with I will say, Mandalorian was such a breath of fresh air, right? Just not again while the Force is involved, etc. Seeing it from another perspective. So then, in a way, almost sort of going back to Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi felt like furious backpedaling. And I think in the larger scheme of things, that might be one of those things where Disney Plus was like, give us something. Like, give us something because Disney Plus basically has only Marvel and Star Wars content to sort of keep it going. And I think that's what happened. So those two sort of felt like steps back almost. Like I really was very disappointed by the end of Kenobi and even Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
It's again, you're already getting to this sort of weird panic. So Star Wars has this thing, right? Where every time they panic, they return to canon, right? Like
Yeah.
the most egregious example of this is Rise of Skywalker, right? Where there, whatever you might think about The Last Jedi, like frustrating movie for people or whatever, it sort of left, it spooled out a lot of different threads that could have gone in interesting directions. And Rise of Skywalker pulls them back so fast and so horribly. And then Boba Fett did that weirdly enough with Mandalorian, where the book of Boba Fett itself was just sort of wobbling, and then somewhere in episode 4, it just becomes the Mandalorian again.
Yeah, I mean,
and people are like, oh, this is
it's
great,
just
and I'm
sad.
enjoying this again, and this is comforting again. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi really leaned into that. Very, very hard. So Andor was like one breath of fresh, and not just Andor, I'd like to say, if people haven't seen it, Tales of the Jedi, the animated series that has also dropped 6 episodes, about 15 minutes each. Holy shit. This is the Dave Filoni side of the universe now. And again, it's just so beautiful because it just has these 6 beautiful little stories that fill in gaps and things that we already know. But just by doing that, make those characters more interesting as opposed to them being cash-ins. Like, there was a point in Tales of the Jedi, without giving any spoilers, I want to say, where I'm like, do I love Count Dooku now? Like,
That's what Kenneth also mentioned, the
Is
2
that-
episodes.
do I love Dooku now? Like, what? That's crazy. But yeah, so there's some, I think there's hope if they sort of start trusting different creatives with Star Wars more and like genuinely spool out the universe a little better. I'm with Jatin in the sense that I think 2022 overall was a pretty good year for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Between
It's finding the balance between doing fan service or jerking off old fans like us,
yeah.
or because to be fair, Pele they did it in Mandalorian with the whole Luke scene, and then Obi-Wan was again all of that with the whole fight between him and Darth Vader. I mean, I haven't seen Tales of the Jedi. Honestly, I haven't had the time, but I personally believe Star Wars is best suited as series because they get more time.
Absolutely.
I think movies should maybe be one-off,
I feel
and they
also-
should not they should not try and stretch on that story of the the existing set of characters. They should not try and
Yeah.
build upon that anymore. If they have to do movies, they can go in many directions. So I have I don't know if you guys have read the older Dark Horse comics, the different ones that for Star Wars. Usme they had so many interesting characters and things to talk about. Obviously, Jedi Sith as well. So there's so much they could build upon all those novels that they had in canon, which Disney was throwing out Pele. But I'm
A
sure
lot
they
of them have become legends now, right? Like where they essentially, as a result of that, are not canon anymore. Right?
Yeah,
but mine it, right? Like mine the shit out of it and just find the good stories and the
Exactly.
side characters and all of those things. Like apparently there is, I haven't read it, but there's a novella of Jar Jar basically and how he ends up.
Hate him.
Yeah,
I
no,
will
no, that's
not
the
watch
thing.
it.
So no, there's a
Or read
novella. There's a novel, and apparently it's really sad, alright? So the story is that he's basically living like an outcast in the forest because even the Gungans, like on his home planet, they trace the whole sort of rise of the empire back to him because he endorsed Palpatine in Senate, right? So as a result of which, he basically lives like this pariah outside the village. And it's like this last days of Jar Jar thing where every time he comes to the village, like the kids throw stones at him and shit. So apparently it ends really horribly for Jar Jar in the end. And I think that's a story people would happily appreciate. 45 minutes of Jar Jar Binks just getting stones thrown at him. I feel like it's a show we could all get behind.
No, but I think Star Wars is set as series for sure. I can say Loki was entertaining, but I'm just
I
kind
would
of
I would like to
tired.
just say,
Wait, was Loki this year?
I think Loki was this. There was a
Starting-
lot of stuff that
starting of
happened
this year, right?
this year, if
Or
I'm
maybe
not wrong.
I'm getting
Loki
old.
was last year, I thought.
21. Sorry, I'm just
So,
still
This is what's
coming
gonna
out of the
happen,
pandemic, so
anyways. I
maybe
know.
everything is
This year was Moon Knight, right? This year was Moon Knight, She-Hulk.
Moon Knight. No, Loki was this starting of the year नहीं था. I'm
Loki,
Nahin,
guessing.
acha,
nahin,
chal,
I think
I'll help you out. Loki started
2021.
2021, so Loki is not counted in this list.
Okay, out.
I will add to this, okay? This year, I think, has been great in terms of just there are things that I would like to say for me this year has been beautiful in terms of watching things that are not mainstream, you know, like a lot of people in the like the chat, okay, a lot of people. By the way, League, please give us your recommendations. We are reading the chat, and also press the like button. I forgot to say it up top. The
Yes.
more you press the like button, the more you chat, the more people know that this is a super active stream. So go wild with chatting, go wild with pressing the like. More people will come and watch it. Got almost 200 people watching. Need to really up the number. Come on, come on, come on. You can do better. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Boom.
I
That is.
haven't, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, please
But
watch it. It's great fun.
no,
It's
Please.
great fun.
everyone is
It's maybe like
saying,
10 minutes too long, but it's great fun.
It's okay. It came out after Doctor Strange. Okay, it came out literally at the same time, and the thing is, right, without giving any major spoilers because it's in the trailer. Doctor Strange, if Doctor Strange was trying to explore the multiverse, I would say it was just like drawing one drop. You know, like one drop, and this is the multiverse, and everything did full-fledged ocean, and more than just the movie. Seeing, if you look, I always say, I always look at behind the scenes. A team of only 5 people worked on the VFX, bro. Only 5. The entire movie VFX was worked on by 5 people, and it is still way more stunning than any
Yeah.
Marvel stuff that's come out.
It was just Deepraj Yadav and 4 of his friends. Like, that's it. Working on the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was too good.
Music by
no,
Yash Raj
everyone,
Mukhate.
ev-
It's all homegrown
Dude,
Insta this thing.
this is.
everyone who's seen the movie has been, raving about it. I
Please.
honestly haven't had the time.
Please, and I would recommend anyone in the league also, if you can, please watch everything everywhere all at once, wherever you get the chance. If it's there on an OTT, hell yeah. Or if your friends have it, then ask your friends to help you out. But that's, I mean, special friends. So yeah, but please, please, please watch that. And League is referring to one show which they are saying way too much, and I know Rohan will get excited. So Rohan, I'm going to let you take it. You know which show they're talking about.
I enjoyed all episodes equally. And as a result of which, I was treated to a musical dance experience, which totally blasted my brain. And I'm sure my outie is a good guy. But how would I know? Because I'm just a silly, simple innie.
Existential crisis max.
Yes. So the thing is, right, I decided to sit down for 10 minutes before this stream started, saying, let me try and cobble together 2022 in a year. And then about 5 minutes into it, I was like, I really should have started this 30 minutes ago because this was a long year, guys.
Yeah.
And it's not over yet. And this was a long, and I mean, so, you were talking about superhero fatigue, Jatin. I'm saying content fatigue is coming, like in the sense, in a year or two, just in terms of, because this was a really good year, guys,
Yeah,
by
it was a
like
good year.
any standard. All right, I'm saying if you go back to say the 1960s or the 70s, and you took all the output, all the televised content output of those 2 decades, all right, and it probably wouldn't add up to the amount of content that's just put out this year in terms of just absolute amount of shit that's thrown at people. And it's borderline exhausting because one, Severance, all right, what a brilliant show, what a great first season. I think one of the most exciting first seasons in like recent
Oh,
memory.
that
Absolute
ending, that
banger of a
ending.
mystery box show. Fully, and again, yeah, perfect. But also, by the way, a very specific side note that I realized, it was a very good year for season finales or series finales. It was just a very good year for finales in general. Like, we got a bunch of very satisfying, thrilling finales
Better
that
Call
sort of
Saul also,
really.
the finale was this.
Better Call Saul. Sorry.
Do you include Stranger Things in it?
So Stranger Things was one of the weaker finales,
Yeah.
actually. I thought it was a very fantastic season, but I would say one of the weaker finales. For me, I mean, the Severance finale was like all-time classic. The She-Hulk finale, I have to say, Vivek, I loved it. I thought it was a swing for the fences, and I enjoyed it. Guys, the Succession finale.
Yes.
The Succession finale, guys.
Yes.
I mean, how to not talk about that Succession
Yeah.
finale?
Yeah.
The Barry finale, the Bear finale, Better
Good
Call Saul
year.
finale.
Good year.
Just dude, Sandman finale. Every finale of the year was just a banger. Like people have like really cracked how to for this particular sort of streaming format, how to bang season finales in, and they were all really, really good
I
finales.
Succession was excellent. I'll tell you what, I never watched Succession till this summer, so I binged through it,
Oh
and I
man,
was and there was so much to watch, right? So I was so
Yeah.
happy that it's not. I'm starting at this point in time, and when I ended it, I was like, shit, the new season will take another few months to come out. It
No, but
was so much fun
the
watching
trailer
this.
dropped. You know what I love about this is that HBO does this beautiful thing where they release 10-second snippets of the shows that are upcoming, not even full trailers, 10 seconds. And then they just
like
drop a banger of a slate. Succession, Last of Us, and you're like, "Oh my god, what is coming? I'm not ready for what this world
So
is going to throw."
I spent half the year outside India where I was able to get access to HBO Max, and
nice.
And by far stuff that is available to HBO Max is excellent. Apple TV close second. Severance, yes, I haven't seen it, but again, it's one of those things
Please
which
watch it.
Listen,
Please,
no. So
please watch it.
I saw another one because I was on this Gary Oldman trip. I don't know why
Oh, you
because
watch
nothing.
Slow Horses?
the
Yes. So
Okay,
I started watching all his movies where I was like Fifth Element फिर से देखता हूँ मैं, and then and then somehow
nice.
I was like, okay, what's then I came
You ended
across
up at Air Force One.
yeah, which is a lot of fun. But I ended up at Slow Horses, and it was so much fun watching him.
Slow
Watching
Horses
that
is great,
film.
but please watch
so
Severance.
I'll tell
I
you
know. I'll
what.
tell you what.
Yeah,
So I'll tell you what. Severance and everything all
Saturday,
at once.
Sunday. Yeah, do that as a
No, no,
mind-bending Saturday, Sunday.
it requires a state of mind where you can think deeply about it. I that's what I'm assuming because I saw everything.
It,
No, no.
Not think deeply about it so much as be confused deeply
yeah.
by it. It's more
So
like in that sort of lost slash what the is going on mold of
So I
shows.
have I have this tech where it takes me a while to kind of switch on something. So
Okay, fair,
Severance requires a little more effort to kind of put your mind to it and watch it. Same thing for the other movie. So I haven't had the time, honestly,
fair.
since August. And I wish I could watch it on this weekend, but tomorrow starts the setup for Delhi Comic Con, so I can't.
Fair.
So
Fair.
No, no,
yeah,
fair
but
point. It's like
This is
whenever you get free
exhausting.
point. Yeah, like
I keep remembering other shows. This is exhausting.
so
I
that's the
forgot Under the
thing.
Banner of Heaven happened this year.
What is that?
Awesome mini series.
I've
Oh
never
man, if
heard
you
of
haven't
that.
seen it, it is on Hotstar.
Okay.
Please check it out. Under the Banner of Heaven, 6 episode mini series. Andrew Garfield playing a detective
oh yeah, I
based on
saw.
a true story of like these sort of murders that happened in Utah and like Mormonism involved and basically again excellent portrait into certain type of like life and very fascinating, very thrilling show also, very disturbing show
Someone,
also.
Vamsi has mentioned a show. Okay, sorry. Before we start, I have not read this super chat. I need to finish this super chat and
Do
two
it to
super
it.
chats, and then Parjania gave a super chat saying that, and thank you, Parjania. Parjania is a member of the channel. He said that he had seen Asim Chandawar do a stream, and now he's come here to watch Binge O'Clock. So it's been a great evening of entertainment for him. So thank you so much for coming here.
Oh, good.
Anish, thank you for the super chat. Yes, we've already discussed everything everywhere all at once. I just had a thought and I lost it. What were you talking about? Because I had a great thing that
You said Vamsi pointed out a show. Is it? Are you talking about the rehearsal?
yes.
The
Oh my
rehearsal was also
god.
this year. The
Why
rehearsal was also this
why
year.
does that show hurt me? You know,
That show is hurtful. That's why.
the it starts off in Jatin, have you seen the rehearsal?
No.
Okay, it's a very simple premise. Okay, like I won't again spoilers, no spoilers. Simple premise is like imagine if you could rehearse one moment in your life. Okay, so many
Oh, all
times.
right. No, no. I saw an episode. It was mindfuck.
It was my
Sorry. Yeah.
no no.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you
Full.
think the first episode is mind fucking, it goes progresses, and then on the fourth or fifth episode, it goes in a tangent that breaks your brain, and you're just like, how?
So So it requires a certain sensibility of sense of humor, I presume, to really get the humor for it. Um, and yeah, I mean, I tripped on the first episode and I was like, "Mera mindfuck ho raha hai, ye kya kar raha hai?"
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's not even tripping. It's like going deeper, and it's like imagine if there is a tree of options, right? Of potential options. That tree becomes a garden of potential options by the time it's the fifth and sixth episode. So it's just like, as a writer, more than anything, if you were to look at things as a writer, you're just like,
Yeah.
hands down, whoever came up with this, who Nathan Fielder, obviously, but the entire team, Jesus Christ, hands
Like,
down,
job well done.
job
Also,
well done.
to someone who said, "You know what, we can make this into a show which people would watch," because I can't imagine how this is pitched
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah,
how someone would convince, no, it's actually funny, you know.
he
I
did a
wonder if that was
rehearsal
his
for
pitch.
it
I
before
don't
the
think that was his pitch. I don't
page.
even
No,
think
Yeah,
I
his pitch was
doubt.
it was funny. Like,
No, I
I,
get it, but like you're expecting he's a comedian, so or at least in that genre, right? So the pitch would have been so interesting how he would have convinced someone to make this into a TV show.
just absolutely wild.
This is like just talking to you guys. You're right. There's so much content which we just don't get time to watch everything.
was it this year? This year the boys, not exact boys season finale also happened this year. No,
Yeah, but more importantly, this thing, Hero Gasm happened this year. If you had to pick like among the best episodes of TV in the year, just plain single episodes, I think the Hero Gasm, I think the review episode of The Bear,
Rick and Morty,
Rick
the
and Morty,
season six
I would
episode
say
5 writing one.
the that one, dude, Night Family. What an outstanding episode! Even without that meta layer, what a great episode that was. Now it's falling down the rabbit hole of what a great year it was for animation this year also. There was the new season of Harley Quinn this year. There was, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Very, very excellent limited series based on the Cyberpunk game. You don't need to know anything about it. If I'm not mistaken, the second part of Attack on Titan was
The
this
last,
year.
no,
Also,
not season, not second part. The absolute finale of
no,
Attack
bro,
on
it's not
Titan.
done yet. It's not
Why?
done yet.
I thought they were finished.
Not,
It
no, there's
ended.
another part. There's another part. There's another part. There's another part, bro. The Boys Diabolical came out this year.
That was a
which
good
was
fun show.
also
Yeah.
banging.
Yeah.
So man, lots and lots. I think Arcane was last year.
Yeah, I was just
Arcane
looking
was
at that. For me, like Arcane is one of those shows that
There was a new Love, Death and Robot season also. It was a lot.
I also just saw an anime right now called Chainsaw Man that has just come out. But
Oh, I've
still
heard
not
it's
going
really
to-
good.
Yeah, I'm not going to put it at the top of everything because it's just sort of come out. But yeah, dude, it's like today I was 1 hour before, same thing. I was like, okay, let me make a list of things, okay, and then I started. So first I started with shows. I made a list. Then I started with movies. I made a list. Then I went into books. I went into video games. I went into things that I realized, holy crap, I've had a very free year.
Like just, but it's just been it's been like a glut year. I mean, we've not even gotten a God of War came out this year. Elden Ring, which I am not yet gonna play because
Red Dead.
otherwise,
As
Red Dead was
Rohan
not
has
this year
mentioned.
though. Red Dead was
I
not
know,
this year.
but
Red
this
Dead
is the
an
year you
old one.
played it. So let's say you
But,
discovered it this year.
Right now, Ragnarok is on. People are saying Abbott Elementary. Yeah, really fun sitcom. After a long time, just a very. Speaking of simple comedies, Hulu's Reboot also very nice.
Yeah,
Really
that's funny.
good show.
That's a
Reboot
funny
is
show.
great fun. Very chill.
Have you
Jatin,
guys seen
shows, movies?
I'm sorry.
Shows, movies, your echoes?
Movies. I thought about it. I honestly don't know which movie to recommend. I had more series, I guess. I ended up watching more series to watch.
Kuch bhi, yeah.
So, Slow Horses, Andor. I'm sorry, I didn't get
No, it's
Off
fine.
the top of your head, don't worry. There is no this thing about it.
Nice. I don't know if you guys saw this, which was like the series based on the making of The Godfather.
Oh, The Offer.
The Offer.
Yeah.
The Offer was fun.
It's a masala series. I'm not saying it's the greatest piece of television out there, but it was fun to watch.
It was fun.
It was fast paced. It was fun to watch. It's especially the casting, because some of them were unexpected. Especially the guy playing Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him in something very different. Um, that and I know this sounds really bad, and I own it, and
Don't judge yourself. Go for it.
Yeah, safe
I
space.
somehow ended up watching all of The Good Doctor.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen it, but I've
I've
heard
not seen
like
it.
no,
No,
I haven't seen it, but I've heard.
it's not like the best television. It's like the most obvious. Like I mean, it's I don't know how to explain it, but somehow it was very addictive. Maybe it was just me having a lot more time on my hands, and I did not want to put my mind to anything deep.
I know that feeling. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
I know
feeling.
that feeling. I know that. I'm very happy to say though that this year for movies, I think all of my favorite ones are, at least from the ones that I've seen, are all mainstream sort of action films, and not one of them is a superhero film.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you guys
Likewise.
think of? What did you guys think of Bullet Train?
I fucking loved Bullet Train so much.
It was good time pass.
But it was, I was engaged, all right, like
Yeah.
start to finish, like in the sense that I feel like this is a movie that understands now that in universe of streaming, I have no time to build like deep characters, etc., whatever.
It was too
I'm just gonna
stupid.
throw
Sorry.
a bunch of amazing, like it's the best not Guy Ritchie movie I've seen in my. I think it was what's his name? Was it David Lettich? The guy, the director, one of the John Wick directors, right? I
Yeah,
think who directed it,
I think so.
and I just enjoyed the ever. I expected nothing. I put it on. I literally remember I rented the movie on YouTube. I sat down with a big bowl of pasta and I watched Bullet Train, and it is the single most entertaining, delicious piece of junk food I
Just
have
not what I
consumed.
thought. Just not
Like,
what I thought. This
just
is the
superb.
part where we diverge, like Paul Walker. You know,
Like,
just completely
yeah,
diverge.
full.
It was
Like,
look, it was time pass. I mean, it cannot be considered, but it was more entertaining than I'm forgetting the name. The movie which is based on a game. Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
oh, Uncharted. We don't
Gee,
speak about Uncharted
we
here.
don't talk about any
Yeah,
of these
so I'm
things.
not a gamer, as you can see when you said God of War aa gaya, ye aa gaya. I was just looking at you saying okay. But I walked out of that movie. I thought, okay, it might be time pass. I was like, nah, this is not even a
No,
good Indiana Jones.
no. The best action movie of the year was, of course, RRR.
Yeah, I was just
Like,
I was literally okay.
it's
So right
nothing.
now I've been
Everything
checking.
else
Okay,
is secondary, dude.
yeah, I've
Everything
been
else is
going
secondary.
through. Okay, going through things. I'm like, you know what? Let me just check what date it has come before I go completely
No.
wild. And I'm like, yes,
RRR.
RRR came out this year. Oh my
RRR.
god, yes.
That's what I'm saying. RRR. All the great action movies this year, not superhero movies. RRR, Prey, Bullet
RRR
Train,
is a
Top
superhero
Gun
movie.
Maverick,
Okay?
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
of them.
sorry, I forgot Top Gun Maverick. To me, honestly, that was the best movie watching experience. I saw it
Yeah, it was so good.
thrice in IMAX, and it was worth every penny.
It was so fun.
I'm not
was
going to do my G-force face.
Do it.
No, I'm
G-lock
gonna
face.
do
Do your
I'm gonna do my
G-lock
G-lock
face.
face. I'm gonna do my
Do your
G-lock face.
G-lock. Do the G-lock
No, I'm
face.
not gonna
Do
do
the
the G-lock face.
G-lock face.
We did a stream where we were
I'll do
discussing
the G-lock face.
we did a
Please do
stream
the
where we were
G-lock face.
discussing Top Gun, okay? And I got into a very serious territory talking about something called G-lock, which is what happens is when you pass the Mach barrier, you get something. It's called gravity lock, and your face just blood goes, and you pass out. And I was I was talking about some videos that I've seen, and I did an impression. And Rohan burst out laughing for at least 15 minutes with tears in his eyes. And see, I'm used to people laughing at me, but I was like, hey man, it was a good G-lock impression. I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm
Do
not.
it, damn it.
Okay, I'll do
Do
it.
it.
Jatin, tell me. Jatin, tell me. Okay, this is what happens. Okay, blood comes and then you're just. See?
I'm sorry, but that expression looks like something else. That is not
G-lock face is a delight.
that is
G-lock
really-
face is an absolute delight. It is.
But
It is just an absolute delight. It is
I
a
mean,
stunner and a delight.
but Maverick was just amazing because I had such low expectations. How can
Yeah.
you make a sequel to something which came out before when I was like 6 or whatever?
And then
So and it was perfect. I mean, he I mean, I was so happy for Tom Cruise. I mean, it was
Yeah, but
also
Yeah.
I felt like I look older than he does, and he's 20 years older than me, I think. or-
listen, there is a scene where
Tom
they're
Cruise is
checking
younger
out,
than all of us.
They're checking out his fitness levels, right? And he is shirtless on the treadmill. And chalo, we've reached that part. Jatin brought it. Okay, I didn't do anything. Jatin brought it. We've reached
Like it
that
just
part.
happened.
It just happened organically. Every stream, organically, there is a part where we lust over a man. Okay, and it
Yes.
just happened. I wasn't planning it for the 2022, but oh my god. Wait, for the super, what did you super chat?
For G-Lock face. That is my super chat to you for G-Lock face. Thank you so much. For
Yeah,
G-Lock
G
face,
lock face, G lock
100%.
face.
Yeah, yeah. Let
Okay.
it never be said that I took such pleasures for free. Um,
But
Thank you.
it
I will
was
share half of the super chat. You'll get 200 back in your Paytm.
crazy,
Minus the
crazy.
YouTube commission. Okay. Tom Cruise. So good.
no, no,
Yeah.
totally,
Choke
totally.
me, you problematic Scientologist. Choke me hard.
Yeah, and
That's
also
contributing.
totally worth a man crush. I mean, that's
He can
no, you
cry.
can't.
Like, dude, just they knew what they were doing. Okay, that entire volleyball sequence, they knew. They were like, you know what? This is going to excite both men, both women.
Dude,
Let her
my
fucking put
absolute
it.
favorite photograph of the year, as horrible as it is. Have you seen that photograph of Lewis Hamilton's father, Sergio Perez's father, and Tom Cruise standing together at one of the Grand Prix? And they just look like three proud dads. Even though Tom Cruise is there, there's nobody's there. Please look for it. I think Anthony
Wait,
Hamilton.
wait. I'm gonna just
You
find
can
it.
pull it up. Please
Yeah,
find
I'm
it.
gonna find
It's a
it.
very you'll know it.
Oh yeah, I think I got it. I'm going to save. There are two versions, but I presume this is the one you're talking about. Which I don't know why I've not seen it, but Tom is so happy. Tom is so happy over here. This is this the image? I
Where'd it go? What? I don't see no image.
Yeah, I've put it on the screen.
Oh, on the see 1 second. Yes, that is the image. That is the look at it, dude. He looks like he's brought like his grandparents to the Grand Prix, and
Look,
it's just
there must be something to Scientology. वो इतना fit है, you know. I'm
like
just
no. There's something to being a rich actor, Jatin.
And
He said
running.
there's
And
something
just
to
running
being a
like
rich
that,
actor,
dude.
not yeah, not. I don't think that's a Scientology benefit.
He's what, 56 now? 50. He's easily in
must
the
be
mid
close to
50s.
60. No, he's close to 60. He's 59 or something.
4 months old in Scientology years. He's but a baby. He's not
Yeah.
even begun to touch the stars yet.
Yeah.
Young Thomas.
No, but it was nice seeing Val Kilmer go, like a little homage to
Yeah, that was
him,
a very cute thing. Yeah.
and also, and I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary that Val Kilmer put out about his
No,
life.
I am Val.
Yeah,
Na,
yeah.
I've not seen that one.
It's just called Val, right?
Val.
Ah.
It's so nice.
What was great about the movie is that it really felt like they managed to make time a character in the movie, right? Like that
Yeah.
passage of time was a very much a character in
Yeah.
the film. The idea that those instead of like, well, do we pretend the last 30 years haven't happened? We won't know. Actually, the last 30 years have happened and they have had like a deep impact. So yeah.
And also they mixed the music, so they didn't just go all like Take My Breath Away wasn't playing, but they had
Oh
this
yeah,
music,
yeah.
Oh, but
and
Highway
they
to the
had
Danger Zone.
वो तो
Ooh,
obviously
goosebumps.
होना है. The bike scene has to be there with
Of
him,
course.
but the volleyball scene was to a brand new song, so it was mixed nicely. It was, I mean, it was a perfect movie. If I had to, I mean, I think that's the only movie I watched a lot, at least twice or thrice on the movie screen. Uske baad, it was always if hey, do you want to go and watch another movie on the big screen or not? Also, to be fair, the starting of the year, we were all kind of not sure about whether we want to go to the theater or not because COVID
Yeah.
was now it doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore, obviously, because COVID never happened. But life is very different. Now you can go for more movies, but there's just you have so much to watch in a you have less time and more options.
Dude,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day there are brand new shows, brand new movies. Okay,
Exhausting.
There's a movie coming out tomorrow or today on Netflix called Troll, which is like a Norwegian movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Then Kala has come out this weekend, which is supposed to be fantastic.
Kantara
Monica,
came
oh
out.
my darling, has come out.
Kantara has come out.
Not had time to watch. I have been sitting here. First of all, fucking Red Dead 2. Then God of War. मतलब
एक minute. We've not even touched books. We've not even touched books.
Or
Okay?
podcasts.
Or
Wow, you sound like my
podcast.
mom in the 6th standard. Wow.
So we need.
And
So
not
basically we
even
need
touched
another.
your books. Not even once touched your books.
Okay, can I just say something? Okay, we are talking about, and I don't want to sound like, every time people come to the stream, they're like, oh, we are so elitist. We talk about just normal pop culture is everything generic. If you want me to give you two records, and again, I was going through my list, two records. First things first, it's an underrated movie. People don't watch it, but there was a movie called Mahan, which came on Amazon Prime Video. It's got Chia Vikram in it, and my God, the music! Oh, the music is so good. There is this song called Surya Karta where it's just basically just listen to it. Watch Mahan. It's there on Prime Video. That is my reco. And in terms of Hindi, even though I hate Tamil remakes of any regional film, the Hindi version of Vikram Vedha was actually a lot of fun to watch if you've seen it in the theater.
Yeah,
I
I've
remember I
heard
brought
good
it up.
things about it.
So
Hrithik
good.
Roshan and Saif Ali Khan, right?
So
Like,
good.
as you
More
can see-
stuff, more backlog for when.
Yeah, basically we need another year just to cover 2022 content, right?
Too exhausting, man. Too exhausting. Can't stay current. Don't even have time to talk about how amazing Sandman was. Don't even have time to talk about like so many things like that happened. This year.
Sandman was a perfect delivery of a comic book brought to live action.
Yes.
Every frame. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Everything.
It was
I mean,
beautiful.
I don't know how, and that's that. I don't have any comparison to it. I don't think there's any other such adaptation which is so perfect. And I'm not
No,
even the
it's
biggest
perfect.
Sandman fan, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is excellent. I mean, this is.
I am a
amazing.
huge Sandman fan, and I still thought it was. I think the only other not an adaptation, but the only other like continuation of a comic book I've seen that's that awesome is I think Watchmen, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
which
Watchmen?
was
Yes.
Watchmen, right? Which
Yes,
was
yes.
just so good, like just
Yes.
so good.
And such a, like it takes it on a different tangent, so it's not. It takes the comic
Exactly.
ahead, right? So,
Exactly.
and it was unexpected. I didn't expect that to be that good.
Completely.
Obviously, and that's not 2022, but I think the same year Lovecraft Country also came out.
Yeah,
Yes.
That was excellent as well. So
yeah.
it's just obviously Alan Moore would still say all of this is shit. So
I mean, of
it's-
course.
I'm getting so much y'all are talking, chat is throwing left, right, and center. They are throwing
Dude, brain is
things.
gonna explode,
And I
bro.
don't know.
Can't handle.
I have time, but I don't have so much time because it's not possible. It's just.
I don't even have
not
time. I have another
possible.
stream. That's the thing.
But I've decided also like what I do is obviously there's a lot of new content to watch, but then there are obviously things that have come out in the past that we have never watched or skipped or whatever. you
Yeah.
know? So for me, anime is one part of my life which has never been that big. So I decided to when the pandemic started that I'm gonna go back to the late 70s and I'm gonna start watching all the series one by one. So I went through Evangelion, I went through Gundam and all, and then I finally got to Akira at the beginning of this year.
Oh, well done.
And it was mental.
Akira is mental. Akira
No,
is mental.
I will do everything in my life to get anything from Akira to the shows, whatever I can, because it was, and I can't imagine that. I mean, it was just insane, man. I mean, I'm maybe a noob to it, but it was excellent.
No, it's fine. Like Akira it's too good. Akira is actually a movie I can say with pride. I have
Yeah.
an actual DVD of somewhere in here. Like I have like an actual DVD with like a 16:9 cut of the film, and
totally
it's
worth it.
100% worth it.
I-
I remember I got it like about at least like 12, 13 years ago, and I watched it on a DVD player back then where I was like, oh my god,
Totally worth
this
it.
is so crispy and delicious.
Totally worth
And
it.
I love it. And then discovered like more and more.
And then you look at all the frames in that Blu-ray
Dude.
or HD, and you're like,
Yeah, and every frame, it's literally every frame a painting. That film, it's so stunning and so like.
And there are some beautiful video essays as to how Akira has influenced different forms of pop culture,
Yeah.
including the
Oh,
bike
yeah.
sequence, the one with the bike
Oh,
spin.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
an entire of every movie.
The Matrix, dude,
Giving
his
her this
jacket has a
thing.
pill on it, literally.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
I have to
and
say, by the way,
I kept saying Canada everywhere. I mean, it just.
oh yeah, Canada, yeah. Tetsuo and Canada.
Have you guys seen Cobra Kai season 5? That is one that is highly requested. I've not seen it, so I can't say anything.
I've also not seen it, so I can't say
I've heard it
anything.
was
You've seen
very
it?
good. I've heard it
But
was
I've
very
read,
good.
but I did not see the latest season. But I read Ralph Macchio's autobiography. Totally worth buying and reading.
Okay, amazing. That's actually a great recommendation.
That's
Yeah.
a good
What
one.
is it called?
I don't know the name, but it's his face on it.
Bhaskar, no, that's the thing. We have not talked about Peacemaker. Believe it or not, it has
How?
been this stream has been on for 53 minutes. We have not even mentioned House of the Dragon. We have not even. This might be the first time I've said those words. It's just.
See, guys, this is not something. Okay, like we discussed multiple times throughout the stream, 2022 year has been a phenomenal year. There has been a lot, and obviously there will be stuff that we miss. So whenever you're watching the stream later on, or whoever's watching it at this point of time, I'm speaking to you in your comments. Leave your echoes, leave your best shows,
Yeah.
best movies, best books, everything. Leave it in the comments. Looking at you, League, to fill in the comments with so much that even after the stream,
Yeah.
we are like, "Bas nahi hai time mere paas."
Devesh is right.
Just nahi hai.
Spotify told me today that Do You Really Want It by Wigwam was my most played song of the year. Out of all the songs.
We had to that dance is still we had to do that dance.
Was just so amazing. And yeah, basically I ended up doing that dance so much that it is my most played song of the year. No regrets.
Quick thing, Sonal, thank you for the super chat. Jolene has said, Rojo Sahil, big love from LA on a flight to Orlando for my firm's first retreat post pandemic, and you bros are keeping me company.
Oh yeah,
Hashtag
okay.
legal gangster. Love it. Thank you so much. We spoke about Cobra Kai. There is someone. So a lot of good movies. Barbarian, like you said, Barbarian, Prey. There was the new Hellraiser. There were a bunch of fun time pass, like new nice.
Oh yeah, the
movies that have
Batman
come.
was this year.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
It's
we're
not.
talking
Look,
about
it was a
Batman.
bit. It was too long, and also it was so obvious that he's not a great detective in that movie. Because
Yeah, exactly. They kept saying, and the thing is, right, a lot of it's about the detective work. So I'm like, it's not, because it's
But
not.
I have to say though, he's not a bad Batman.
He's not a
good.
bad
He's
Batman.
good.
He needs better material.
And Penguin was excellent. I mean, it was not a bad movie at all.
Too long,
it-
dude. It was too.
I to still
long.
don't understand why they got Colin Farrell to play the Penguin. If anyone can explain to me what the purpose of specifically getting Colin
Because
Farrell and then
it
somehow
adds that
They do a standalone series with him after the movie.
100%. And then also it said star power. Na? Oh my god, you got Colin Farrell, but you put makeup, he's unrecognizable, and then you finish the movie and you're like, oh my god, he doesn't look like Colin Farrell. And ये सोचने का नहीं, casting के बारे में सोचने का नहीं.
The funniest thing about Batman was there was a TikTok that went ahead where wherever he would see the bat signal, he would first go to the mirror to put.
Yeah. A lot of people used to do that. What else? We have Rings of, like we said, Rings of Power and House of the Dragon we've just spoken about. Someone has mentioned one thing very...
Foundation came out this year, right?
Foundation came out this year.
I think
year.
so. No, I think Foundation also came out this year.
This year.
Foundation
came
I
out this
think
year.
so.
Okay, so I love the books so much so that I have multiple sets of it. I gift it to all nephews and nieces once they turn a certain age.
Yeah.
but
So, what are your thoughts on the show?
it
curious.
looks so beautiful. I thought their exploration of the kings and how they had clones, all of that was excellent. Talking about the empire, but the show wasn't that great. Obviously
I
they were
would
doing-
share that opinion with you for
Yeah.
sure, because I mean, while not at that level, I really like the books. Like, in the
All
sense.
hail Harry Seldon.
Yeah, like I really like the books. It's like
Hari,
the
Hari
first
has to be
Hari.
Hari.
It's not Harry.
He'll come in the future and
Hari.
tell me it's wrong. Sorry,
He-
Hari.
Hari Seldon.
This is not Anil Kapoor from Zindagi Ek Jua where he changes his name from Hari to
Harry
Hari.
Seldon.
Yeah, Harry.
So, no, but Lee Pace was excellent, but yeah, the show wasn't that great, and I don't know why they completely changed. Why did they not just base it on the books? I mean,
Yeah,
why?
exactly.
So much, the books are fine by themselves.
The
You could
books
cut
have
it out a bit,
so
but
much to
Yeah.
cover. The books have, they've not even like, books are like, same thing, Jatin. This year, a friend of mine, I introduced him to Foundation. He finished it off and he's like, what the fuck? You know, what the fuck? And that's what it is. Like, it's just, it's, even in the books there's just so much to cover. Even every book that gets adapted, it's very like, so like as Ron mentioned, Sandman was just perfect, but every other book it's just, how do you adapt it?
No, I completely get it, but like they took a tangent where I just couldn't understand why, because they already had so much good stuff to play with, and
Yeah.
and the reason I'm saying this is because I feel bad because maybe fatri hai कि they'll cancel the series because it's obviously not going to do that well. It's the
I guess
conversation.
they'll give it another season and try to like fix some of the criticisms that people have given it. At least that's the
Okay,
hope.
sorry, I just remembered my memory is really bad and I'm bad with names. But Star Trek की नई series,
Oh,
excellent.
Strange New Worlds! What a great
It was
show!
it was
Strange New
like
Worlds! What
it
a
was
great
back.
show! Best Trek in ages.
Yeah, it was like TNG but
Yes,
updated.
yes,
It
yes,
was
yes,
so much.
yes.
It was so much fun to watch that show.
Too,
So
too,
happy.
too good. Strange New Worlds. Highly recommend to anybody. Even if you want to just start Star Trek with it, Strange New
Yeah,
Worlds is a great
Yes,
place to
look,
start Star Trek.
I'm not a Trekkie. I've not seen
You don't
Star
have to
Trek,
be.
so I
Start with
need to
Strange
be
New
like,
Worlds.
through
Start with
Star
Strange
Wars,
New Worlds.
Star Trek is better than Star Wars.
Dude, dude. Depending on the
Trigger.
show and this thing, yeah, no. There are times where Star Trek is absolutely. There's a reason. Spock is also.
No,
I mean,
I
Grogu's
think
also here, but Spock is also
the
here for a reason, right?
Star Wars is, like a Western. It's Wild
It's a
West.
fantasy. It's a fantasy.
Star Trek is the most positive sci-fi you could think
It
of because
Star Trek and Doctor Who are the most positive.
Doctor Who,
Like
yeah,
yes,
because
Doctor Who, of
it tells
course.
you that the human race is not all ended
exactly.
towards extinction,
It's
right?
always violence is the last resort.
Yeah, and it is the most. I mean, when you think about it, it is the most diverse. It has. It
Hundred
talks
percent.
about amazing concepts as humans. I mean, Picard season two. Season two, right? Season two
Yeah.
wasn't that great, but I just you have to watch it. It's Picard.
Chalo.
You
Also,
know?
if not seen, then please watch Lower Decks.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's
Lower
not
Decks is
2022 though.
excellent. Huh?
That's not 2022 though, right?
I think was season 3 2022 or was it 2021? But it's too good. Lower Decks is too good.
Excellent. I mean, that you need to be a hardcore Trekkie to really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
but it's too fun. It's
Yeah.
just too, too,
But
too, too, too fun.
Star Trek Strange New Worlds, excellent. I
It's
mean,
brilliant. And really, please more of this Trek. Please more of this.
because it's basically episodes. It's not
Yeah, it's like
one
the
off.
original series and new gen.
Yeah.
It's like new gen, like next generation.
I will
Sorry.
start. I will start. I've
Please
never
start.
been a
You
Trekkie,
can
and I'm
you
like,
can
where
Please
do I
do it.
start.
start? Because
And then
there's
once you
just so
fall
much
into
to
it,
get
we'll
into.
get you into Star Trek the next generation. And then once you need that, oh, bhai, it's
Like
over for you.
my life ka ambition is that somehow with whatever cred I have from Comic Con, I find the right connect in Paramount and I do a cameo in Star Trek.
That
That's
would be
it. Uske baad
amazing.
that's it. Finished. I
That's
just want
it.
to be Ensign in the back. I can be a dead body also, but I just want
A
to.
red shirt, like a dead red shirt, no problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
So
life ambition. Like I would give up tons of shit for it.
I
You
just
can
have
take all my signed comics or whatever. Just give me that. I want to be part of Star Trek one some way or the
I
other.
just wanted to say something, okay? Just by the way, while you're saying this and you said Star Trek is better, and that really annoys me. Rohan, please, you can see the stream, okay? Today I asked Sonal, okay? Sonal is also from Comic Con. I asked Sonal, hey Sonal, can you send me a photo of Jatin that I can use? And she sent me 3 photos, okay? And Rohan, please see one of the photos that she has sent me. I'm going to play it on the stream, guys. You backstabber!
I mean, he's
I
allowed to like them
You
also.
utter backstabber!
He's allowed to like them. He would have the same. He would have a more enthusiastic reaction if he met Picard.
No, so I'll tell you what. So first of all, shout out to Sonal. But क्या कहते हैं? I actually met beginning of the year. I met William Shatner. I have a photo with him. I didn't share it because COVID was still going on. So they had
Right.
a screen between us, and it was a stupid photo where I'm just standing. He's just looking at me. So, so that was. It's like it was such a wasted effort, but yeah. So I haven't had the chance to get a photo click with Picard, but William Shatner was there right after. This is almost 6 months after he came down from space. He went into space.
Yeah, yeah.
But they had the screen, so I couldn't share it. But to be fair, the picture with Skywalker twins, I waited for 1.5 hours to get that picture.
Worth it.
There was
Totally worth it.
it was totally worth it, and they were so nice that they were like, whatever you want me to pose, I'll do it in the photo. And
Man,
That's so
man, it's
sweet.
just the sweetest thing ever. I keep
yeah,
looking
and
at.
Carrie Fisher's dog was also there, which was roaming around. And I usually in such situations, what I do is I come all the way from India to see you. So that automatically makes people like, oh, because the moment they think of India, they're like, oh, that's really far. So you come all the way
Exotic,
from
yeah.
Yeah.
No, 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 not
Also
exotic.
far.
So far, so far. So
Dedication.
so that photo was totally amazing. I have a photo with Stanley also, but Stanley looks like a wax statue in that. So a lot of people
Towards
thought
the
I
later years, it was more or less he's just sitting. You know what people are. I always think of that K and Peele sketch of Stanley. If you've ever seen that K and Peele Stanley sketch, whenever I think
and
about him, oh please, also Lee, go on YouTube as major pop culture nerds. Please go type K and Peele Stanley. You are welcome. You are welcome. Just watch
so
that sketch.
that same day, I met him separately thanks to some friends. And obviously, he's what I think he was 94 or
Yeah, he was
93 at
very
that
old. Yeah.
time. So he was super nice. The moment I said I'm from India and I want to meet you or whatever, so he did a shout out for Comic Con India. But he then told me that, oh, you know what, I have a comic in India called Chakra and all of that. And I didn't want to tell him that it's not. I mean, it was not that. And you have so much better things that we could talk about. But yeah, obviously he was a 94-year-old guy, so he was. He does this day in and day out. So like you can't have any sort of a personal comment or whatever with him at that point in time.
I'm
It's
guessing he had limited poses also.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, also, I mean, you feel bad also because you so. I mean, someone at that age spending hours taking pictures.
Yeah,
That's it.
fair. Fair.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was still nice. I have.
What happened, Sahil?
No, no, you keep talking. I'm reading chat and my mind is getting blown with certain things. You keep
I
you
What
have
is
the.
your
talk.
mind getting blown by now?
I've.
So like, no,
I've
no,
been.
Jatin, finish. Then I'll say.
Yeah, I'm saying I have the only Fantastic Four number 44 signed twice by Stanley in the world.
Oh, wow.
So it was nice talking to you. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Binge O'Clock. Thank you so much for
You
coming
are
on board.
Ashneer.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you have a good
I
life
had a
ahead of.
gigantic flex, yeah.
Flex, yeah, that's right. He just
Serious
ek
flex.
minute, ek minute. That's
Like,
why I'm
yeah.
saying whenever we wrap up, okay, whenever we do wrap up this stream, Rohan, let me know when is your next stream, by the way?
In 10 minutes, so we should
In 10
wrap up
minutes, okay.
soon.
So quickly. 2 minutes, okay. First things first. Doctor Who regeneration, fuck yeah, but you can't keep going back to David Tennant, please. It can't happen.
But
again
they're
and
not
again.
going back to David Tennant.
I know, but they're using him.
They're for
It's
like
the same
couple of
thing.
using
It's the
him
same
once.
thing.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Now
Legend
okay.
of
They'll
Vox
go ahead.
Machina is the one in animation and just absolutely beautiful. 3, lots of things to talk about, but obviously we don't have much time. Before we go, 2 things we'll give. First things first is, Jatin, real quick, if you want to flex, turn your camera off, show your collection, real quick. Just do it.
Okay, sure.
Just do it since you're here. Put the blur off.
Yeah.
Oi!
No, I'm not sitting in front of my comic collection. I
Yeah,
have
just
to
go
move.
quickly. Come on, you can do it.
Okay,
That's
fair
fine.
enough.
Make me move.
Yeah, it's
fine.
a phone, yeah. You can definitely pick
Make
it up.
me.
And
It's not about the phone. It's about the person. Like my phone can move, but can I?
man, this is something. When I went to his house, I cried a little. Um, I've actually cried a little, so I just want to show it. Yeah, and while Jatin is setting up, let me just let you guys know that Comic Con Delhi is there on the 10th, 11th, and I think if I'm
9,
not wrong,
10th, and 11th.
9, 10th, and 11th of December. If you are in Delhi, please, please, please go attend it. In fact, dress up, cosplay. There are just dress up as
Yeah.
your favorite character. That is the beauty of Comic Con. There are tons of stalls. There's merchandise. There's a lot of stuff.
Whoa.
Stuff to do.
And
Crazy
this is the day one.
shit.
So right now I'm in the middle of building the Star Wars ka apna,
Oh, you're in the Millennium Falcon Lego. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
so yeah, so this is about one part of the collection, and I read almost
One part.
so there is obviously tons of Indian stuff. There is Marvel, there's DC, IDW, but I'm more of a as I've gotten older, I've gotten more into indie stuff and
Mhm.
more graphic novels in that sense.
Okay.
But then even on the manga side, it's mostly the Osamu Tezuka, Ishiro Tatsumi, and all of that. This so I during the pandemic, I basically reorganized this entire collection based on my personal emotions connected to every comic book. So I created a section which is basically books that I will read 50,000 times if I can.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so that's one shelf, and then there's obviously organize them bases, stuff that I will not touch very often, but I can't throw away because I spend too much money on it.
Yeah,
Fair.
And then,
that's called
and then,
marriage. Sorry.
and then I also have, I started collecting a lot of the older mats because like I mentioned, I got to travel
Oh,
abroad.
sweet. You have the older Mad magazines.
So I ended up collecting all the way back till the 60s.
Oh, sweet.
And that and not nothing expensive, but you just have to hunt around for it.
Yeah.
Uh, this is my all-time favorite Marvel comic, 1985 by Mark Miller.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the most massy title to pick, but I absolutely love it no matter what. And then I also have. Sorry, I'm trying to find my all-time favorite Superman. Unless someone has stolen it. This is my all-time favorite one-shot by Warren Ellis. It's called Ministry of Space.
Nice.
It's pretty intense. It's basically the Britishers getting head up on the space race, and it's intense. And then I'm just trying to find. Sorry. Favorite all-time DC Superman comic. Sorry, not Death of Superman. It's again a Mark Miller one somehow, but it's Superman Red
Oh,
Son.
Red Sun is the shit.
That's the
Yes.
one where he
Red
lands in
Sun is
Russia,
so
no?
good.
Yeah,
Instead
he
of
becomes
this
a
Yes.
thing.
communist.
So good, so good, so good.
Yeah.
It is
So,
best.
Jatin,
What?
Jatin, I just from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to say,
also,
I will leak your address.
this
I will
this is for
leak your
protection.
address, and I will send everyone in the chat to
Like,
go and
fuck you.
just see that, bro. Just see
Okay,
that.
one tiny Lego flex, which is basically I ended up for whatever reason buying the Seinfeld set.
Oh, wow.
Also, it's not
Nice.
that expensive. It was 6,000 rupees, which is, I mean, not cheap, obviously, but not too
But
bad.
that's
You know,
not
when you
terrible.
flex, it's cheap. When you flex, it's cheap. Okay,
Yeah.
Jatin, we have to wrap up because I think Rohan has to go for his next stream. So, real quick, first things first, thank you so much for coming on the stream and obviously showing off your background right now very clearly. I
Yeah.
really thank you so much. Before we go, I will obviously let you give the full Comic Con shout out. Rohan, do you have any final announcements?
Do I have any final announcement? Do I have any? No, I have no shows coming up next week. So I'm
Which
chilling.
stream are you going to maybe?
I'm
pick up
going for a
something for
recording actually, not a stream. I'm going for a recording.
Okay.
I think it's on Tanmai's channel, probably by members only stream.
Oh, okay. So Rohan is going to go for a recording. I was just gonna say Ashneer, but Ashneer, give me your final Comic Con 9th, 10th, 11th of December, Comic Con
Yeah,
Delhi.
Delhi Comic Con, 9th, 10th, 11th of December, 10th anniversary show, 10th edition of the show, biggest show yet. You get experiences from Warner Brothers, Marvel, Fox Studios, Universal Pictures. You get a massive gaming arena, which is lots of FIFA, esports. For Delhi people, we also have a massive food court, lots of chole bhatures as well.
Nice.
Best.
You also get for the first time Meta has an experience at our show, so you get if you're really into Reels, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you get to experience that.
Nice.
But it's the 10th anniversary. We didn't get to celebrate it actually on the date that we wanted to. But so if you live in Delhi, you've come to the Comic Con, please come back, visit it. And you
Yeah.
can buy tickets. You can buy tickets to it on comicconindia.com.
I'll also put the ticket link in the bio. I'll also put the ticket link. So yes, please, Delhi people, please go check out Comic Con. Go watch and attend and just dress up and have the time of your life. Teenage
Yes.
Raider, cosplay, do whatever you want, have fun.
Yeah.
And
And if you cosplay every day, the regular cosplay contest, you get 35,000 rupees cash prize plus many other prizes.
That's crazy.
And if you do professional cosplay, which is a little more higher category, you get 75,000 rupees cash prize every day.
Cool. So I'm going to see you in
Plus
Delhi then.
That's amazing. Sahil's gonna be there, like trying to smoke
Hell
everybody
yeah.
out.
Hell yeah.
But if I'm correct, you guys will see me at Mumbai Comic Con, which is in
Yes.
Yes, we
February.
will.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. Done. Thank you so
Perfect.
much,
Thank you so
Jatin.
much. This is a lot
Of
of fun.
course, dude. Best of luck for Comic Con.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And what a
Take
great
care, guys.
background to end on, right there. Like, what a flex and a half. Like, bhai. Your one comic book right there. Nice. I too have a comic book somewhere.
Yeah. But you
I
still
too.
have books in your background. My books are all
You have
away,
a.
so-
I remember seeing doing that chat with you, and I saw
It's
you had a
outside. Everything is in different places. My background is just these action figures. But
Oh, by the way, People of Indus, that's a good book. I just picked it up recently.
yeah. So, on that note, thank you, Jatin. Thank you, Rohan. This is the
Thank
end
you,
of today's
friends.
stream. Thank you, Leek. Thank you,
Okay.
everybody who super
Bye-bye.
chatted. Ruchit, I forgot to read your super chat, but thank you for the super chat. Everyone in the league, please keep discussing. Please giving us your, please giving us, yes. Please keep
Please
giving us
giving
your
us.
echoes. Giving us your echoes. Let us know in the comments what you thought, what you love, what you enjoy. And we shall see you very, very soon with another episode of Pinch O'Clock. Till next time. Bye-bye. I have to put ending music. I don't have ending music, so I will just.
Yeah,
Just imagine it's ending like that. Okay, bye.